Chapter 12. Skipper Johndam, unheeding, prompted,
"Well, Miss Salome, why did your big brother feel the need to bring his weapon with him? Couldn't have known those bad varmints be lurking about, waiting for him, could he?"
Salome's temper rose, and forgetting her apprehension, she leapt to her feet.
"Why in Mossflower would any beast bring a weapon along? Do you fancy these woods are some sort of a placid haven?"
A phrase from one of Marianne's songs.
"Well, they ain't. And of all creatures, you ought to know. If Samuel hadn't brought that axe along, they'd have been dead beasts, him and Mariette."
Skipper Johndam shouted back,
"If not for your axe, eh, Samuel? I'd promote you to Abbey Champion any day. It was plain bad luck your sister lost or forgot your dagger, like the daft, good-hearted little creature she is."
Salome was incensed.
"I ain't daft. Samuel ain't never called me daft." "Oh, he didn't, did you, big brother? Would you mind going out and finding the dagger your sister forgot, or lost? She didn't seem to be certain which one it was. Are you sure she didn't forget it in your chamber, or in one of your tunic pockets?"
Samuel slammed his paw down on the table's surface.
"I gave my word I don't have the blasted dagger. Salome, shut your mouth and sit down. You are daft and stupid, a hollow-headed, clueless, washed up with the silt of the river oaf."
The abbess rose, just as Salome crumpled into her chair.
"Enough! I will not tolerate that sort of language. This nonsense must cease immediately. Marianne, go to the kitchens to assist Friar Jerome. You are no longer needed in the great hall. Samuel, Salome, you will be confined to your chambers until further notice. I wish to hear no beast speaking besides myself and Skipper Johndam. That is, Skipper, if you feel that you are able to speak and behave like a creature of Redwall Abbey."
Shamefaced, the skipper mumbled an apology, not to the two ferrets, who were taking their leave, but to the creatures in general. Marianne retreated to the kitchen as she was told, but a few moments later, she reappeared with Friar Jerome. The friar had wrangled with Sister Bethel, hoping to be permitted to visit Mariette, but had returned defeated. As shaken as she was, Marianne performed a passable curtsy.
"May I speak, Mother Abbess?"
Abbess Elinor regarded her for a moment.
"Have you anything helpful to say, miss?"
Without replying to this question, Marianne pointed to Friar Jerome.
"Friar, didn't you say earlier that eating bread and pastries might not harm Mariette after all?"
Friar Jerome folded his paws.
"Aye, missy. I said mayhap Samuel was right, but I also said I wouldn't take the risk. What of it?"
Marianne cast an appealing look in the abbess's direction.
"See, Mother Abbess? Salome didn't go to harm Mariette, I swear it."
Friar Jerome actually took a step backwards.
"Missy, what in the name of seasons?"
Marianne bit her lip.
"You gave Mariette cake yourself, Friar, remember? You sent me with a little cake for her once."
Skipper Johndam turned to look at him.
"Is that so, Friar?"
Friar Jerome reclined against the wall.
"Aye, I did. But it wasn't nothing regular. It was done on a feast day, the first cake she'd had in seasons. And she was locked up in the gatehouse and didn't intend to come out, for bread or anything else."
Skipper J made a noise of impatience.
"Never mind when she got the cake. Miss Marianne, you brought the cake to her, I'm assuming. Did you notice her looking groggy or acting queer after she ate it?"
Marianne realized that she had blundered and made an unsuccessful effort to avoid the skipper's eyes.
"Wasn't there to see her eat it, sir."
"Did you see her the next day?"
"No, sir."
The skipper's face was inscrutable.
"I see. Salome helped you to pack the sweets for Mariette. Is that right?"
"Aye, sir, but..."
"Did you stay long enough to see Mariette eating them?"
"Aye, but Salome..."
"Did you see her acting ill or queer in any way?"
No good would come of lying.
"She acted drunk, sir."
Marianne's voice was flat.
"Drunk?"
Marianne held a miserable, but obstinate silence.
Have you anything more to say, Marianne?
The abbess asked. Marianne was unwilling to give up so easily. She made one last desperate attempt.
Skipper, how could you say Samuel would hurt Marianne? I was with him from the moment we left Marianne, and he gave the dagger to Salome to play with before he went to check on her.
Skipper J raised an eyebrow.
And you saw Salome lose the blade.
Marianne opened her mouth to reply, and realized of a sudden that she had seen nothing. She had fallen asleep shortly after Samuel's departure. Now, the friar came over and placed a paw upon the squirrel maid's shoulder. His voice was gentle.
Come and help me in the kitchens, missy. No use in sticking your snout into problems when you can't do anything for 'em.
Wordlessly, Marianne obeyed. Salome had received similar advice. If only she had taken it. As soon as he had closed the door, Samuel turned and cuffed Salome hard across the ears. She fled to the bed and tried to scramble under the blankets, but Samuel seized her by the shoulder and hauled her upright. With his free paw, he thrashed her across the face and head.
What in hell's gate's the matter with you, Salome? Why'd you act like a blasted fool?